No more snow, he said, and he stamped a foot. No more snow. She held him and rocked him back and forth in a deep, keening motion that scared him. He endured it stoically for her sake. It must make her feel better, he thought. She held him so close, her warm tears covered his face, and he could taste the salt on the edge of his lips. A cold wind blew through the apartment just then. Flecks of snow and ice flew in, the murder weapons, the baby killers. A few loud footsteps later, Isai was in the room, holding bags of groceries, his face red from the freezing wind. He stomped the snow out of his beat-up sneakers. They couldn't afford boots for any member of the family. Esperanza looked at him. Is this why we left our beautiful island? To live like this? Isai didn't have to be told. He understood when he looked into their faces who his wife and son were just talking about. The milk bottle, full, accusing, was cooling on the kitchen table. The paths of 100 tears ran down Esperanza's face. He could tell by the way they held each other in the darkening room. All the hope and promise of a new life was taken away at the end of 1 month in the snow. 30 nights, 30 dreams, a world canceled forever. Isai had been strong all week, but he couldn't hold it back any longer. He dropped the bag of groceries and turned his back to his wife and son so they wouldn't see, and he howled so loud it drowned out the traffic and the growing storm outside. Esperanza jumped up to embrace and comfort him. Javier watched them from a distance and wondered what the name of God was and tried to imagine the melancholy softness of the hands of the Virgin Mary. Angel, don't cry, please don't cry, Esperanza said in Isai's ear, and Javier walked away, the grief in the room too massive to accommodate his little body. He didn't know how to cry for a sister he kissed only a few times. Javier walked into his bedroom and closed the door. Under his bed was a book from the school library. It was hidden from his mother because it was full of illustrations of the devil. The English was thick and dense, and he couldn't read, but he was fascinated by the devil, so powerful and confident, the cool bat wings and muscles and veiny charm. What if Mommy is wrong and my sister is not with God, but with this monster in these flames? And what if she's happy there? Something cold walked across his skin like bony fingers. He wondered if it was the winter wind or his sister's icy touch. He put the book away and crossed himself and got on his knees, ardent and hasty. Mother of God, forgive me. Don't let the demon take me away tonight. There were no windows in his underground room, but he could hear the wind outside, shrieking like the souls of evil children, like the moans of disrespectful brothers and blasphemous sons. He covered his head, and the bellowing pain was inside his ears, occupying the space in his mind where his sister's existence had once been centered. Breathing fast, he ran out of the room. In the kitchen, Esperanza and Isai kissed each other, and Isai slowly undid the large green buttons on the back of Esperanza's flowery dress. When the dress fell to the floor, Javier stood there and watched them. There were no more tears, and the sounds of kissing and ay, mi cielo, si, mi vida were louder than the awkward thunder of his heart. Evelyn's ghost spun and spun around her oblivious parents in the hot sun, having traveled a long, long way from Puerto Rico, filled the little kitchen, too hot to stay, too hot to stay. Javier walked backwards into his room and back to the temptations of Satan and the convulsive beauty of the damned.